Ladies and gentlemen, for the past few sessions, we are talking about bandishes. Dr. Prabha Atre has been enlightening us with her thoughts. Before starting today's session, I would like to heartily congratulate her. 2 days ago, she was honored with the Pune Bhushan Award in Pune. It was a very grand, memorable function where Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, Pandit Hari Prasad Chaurasya and Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma. These three maestros together honored Prabhaji gracefully. It was great, and I would like to ask all of you to give her a big hand, please. Coming to today's session, let's start talking about Bandish. In Bandishes, we will have to contemplate about the movement of Swar, Raag. Likewise, we also have to contemplate about Lay and Tal, because without Tal, Bandish cannot be composed. Bandish is the framework expressing Raag and Tal. It has to be there. Prabhaji, you have published nearly 550 bandishes. You must have thought deeply about lay, like what can be the lay for bandish or what should it be?
I feel that a bandish takes lay on its own. We can't assign it any lay just by thinking. If you don't sing a bandish in the same lay in which it has been composed, then it sounds very bad. So bandish has its own lay. When it's being composed, the lay comes along with it.
That's a different thought. Like some people say that even a Raag has a lay. Like we have Raag Darbari Kannada. It's possible to sing it in fast tempo, but it cannot give much joy. Similarly, we have some rags which we sing on a fast tempo, like Raag Hamir. If you sing it in slow tempo, then it cannot give the desired result. So, do you also think that the Raag and Lay have to be considered in concurrence?
Absolutely, we have to do it. Otherwise, the Raag will have no effect. Like in Shankara, you can't sing in a slow pace, so you have to look at the Raag and compose suitably. Until you don't understand the Raag properly, you can't compose anything. Neither Raag, nor Lay, nor composition, nothing is possible.
Okay. I have a very basic question. What do we call Lay in reality? This is a very big. Even I get confused at times as to what we call Lay.
Regular strokes, jolts.
Yes.
We can call that lay.
Meaning the regular iterations of pace, because it's so like going from one matra to other and from second to third matra. Until this is not equal, we cannot call it lay.
Absolutely.
So just like we think about lay, there is also a word layakari, which we use in music. Like they say that this is layakari work. So what is layakari actually?
As you said, layakari means leaving aside a situation of equal intervals and moving crisscross. If you do just a little, then it sounds good. But if the movement of entire presentation is in crisscross manner, however, layakari definitely improves the beauty of presentation and the skill of artist. His mastery is definitely visible.
True. We have seen some singers who would like to start from the beginning. They jump with layakari and keep doing that till the end.
Keeps on doing that.
So layakari doesn't mean that it should be glaringly evident everywhere. There has to be some proportion. Secondly, we have some tabla players. You can see him in the front. He is looking at us. Tabla players, once they start playing tabla in lay, then they don't leave till some. Sometimes we also experience such layakari while singing. The purpose or use of Laikari, do you consider it is to bring an increase in beauty, aesthetics, or
For aesthetics, for beauty, to bring a change. Because if you keep singing in slow lay, then it can become monotonous. So, this also should not happen. To what extent should Laikari or slow pace be used? This depends on the artist, his style, his thinking.
uh, once it happened that Ustad Amir Khan Sahib, his concert was going on. You can call it his style. He sing in a slow pace, very peaceful like.
Absolutely.
So someone told me, say this has a very beautiful Laikari. So I found it a bit difficult to understand what Laikari is this. So there is a lay visible or evident on top, a tempo, and then while singing there is something within it also.
That is very difficult.
That is true.
That which is visible, like the high comes, that's visible, but a movement which is internal, to understand that it's very difficult. Going with that flow is also very difficult.
Is this slow tempo also a speciality of Kirana Gharana? Is it?
Sometimes it is. Acrobatics with tal is not very much there. Work with sur note is done more, and I feel that the rag becomes visible through sur. Sometimes you can work with tal to bring in some variety, but rag is mostly visible through sur.
But music is not for fighting.
But they fight
There
a
are
lot.
other areas where we can fight. We should leave music alone. So, have you ever thought that Laikari be introduced in Bandish?
It should definitely be done. However, as I said, its proportion depends upon one's style, one's thinking, it depends upon one's liking. I'll have a Bandish presented. This is Raag Champakali. It's in Jhaptal.
you have informed us about Laikari. Just want to know, did you compose Laikari in Bandish, or using the words of Bandish, Laikari was done using Bolbat or Bolbanao? That is.
Laikari is not possible without bowls, right? You need some words. Only then Laikari is possible. And what happens with the Bandish during Laikari is words go here and there. Also, the words get broken, get distorted. That shouldn't happen. Here in this Bandish, we paid attention that the words don't break, don't get distorted, emotion is intact, and even the Laikari is different.
Okay. Meaning, say you have composed one line. In the second line, you made some changes and attempted to bring in Laikari in the sthai of Bandish.
Yeah, we changed its tune and also the rhythmic style. Yeah.
If you can please present it once again. Present sthai, just to make it clear. Just for more clarity. Second line, I would like your attention for the second line. Have you used more Laikari in this one, or?
Yeah, that's in the Bandish itself.
Yes.
It's in the Bandish itself.
Yes, I just wanted to make it clear that you composed Laikari in the Bandish itself as a part of it. You presented it differently while singing. Meaning both these thoughts are included
Bandish
in this.
also has live, we work on that, and additionally different work is done during presentation as well.
Yes, the work is done differently. Another thing about Laikari, we have Tisra Jati, Chatustra Jati, Khand Jati, etc. If we make Bol Banao accordingly, then will it still be called a Laikari? Like the way you did. If you can please present it once again. A bit of Laikari in Tumabina.
Do
please
what you
repeat
just
that
did.
once again. This is Laikari from Tisra Jati. Good, very good. I mean, I wanted to know that, like the way you did Laikari of Tisra Jati, there should not be even half a word or alphabet left there. When you sing complete the word and reach some, that's when it becomes Laikari.
Absolutely.
We should not do half and incomplete Laikari. This is also an important thing. Also, there is a style for even lay. It has a math. If we dissect a tal, like Teen Tal has 4 sections, Jhaptal has 4 sections, Dadra has 2 sections. So when you compose a Bandish in Jhaptal, while composing, how much do you think about the sections?
What happens in Madhyalaya is that you can see the sections clearly. In order to put the words from Bandish in it, the sections become more apparent. It becomes easier and people are also able to visualize the tal. Especially for students, if one has to recite Jhap Tal, if there are sections of 2, 3, 2, 3 and if the words also match, then it's good for them. They can understand the tal and they also learn Bandish.
Composing such a Bandish is even more complicated because one has to find the words as per tal divisions. First word of 2 alphabets, then of 3 and then of 2. I mean, this kind of composition is very advanced. Like the way tal, its sections are chand, that is text should match. Please tell us about such a
Raag
bandish.
is Mia Malhar, Tal is Jhaptal. As I said, Jhaptal has sections of 2, 3, 2, 3, and the words of Bandish are Nabha, Garaj, Rahe, Badar, Boond, Parat, Rima, Jhima, Sana, Sanana, Bahe, Pavana. 2, 3, 2, 3 it is. Bija, Bijuri, Chama, Kata, Mana, Gavata, Geeta, Anand.
Wow, fantastic, great.
Now let's listen.
In the beginning, I will show how the words of the bandish go with the flow of the tal. Bol of jhaptal.
धी ना धी धी ना ती ना धी धी ना न भ ग र ज र हे बादर बूंद परत रीम झीम सन न न न बहे पवन बीच बीजूरी चमकत मन गावत गीत आनंद. गरज रहे बादर नभ गरज रहे बादर बूंद भरत रेम
I have some doubts in my mind.
Please tell.
Japtal has 4 sections of 2-3-2-3. Now, if you want to compose the bandish in iktal or drut iktal, then its bowl is din din dhage tirikit tuna katta dhage tirikit dhina. So instead of tirikit, you wish to use a word like use dhage twice. Something like this?
No, I haven't done so. Because I'll try.
Yes, because in Tirikita, Chamakata is possible, and I mean, if we want to do this according to Tal, and as far as it comes to the sections,
No, it is very easy over here because Dhi is one alphabet, Na is also one alphabet.
Yes, that's
so
why.
that's why, I mean, it's easy and it also sounds nice.
Okay, and like there is Rupak. So, Tin Tinna, Dhina, Dhina.
That also
So in
sounds
that,
nice.
we will do of 3 and
Even
4.
Dadra, you can do according to the words you have.
I mean the words of 3 plus 2 plus 2, or
Yeah,
also possible that 3 plus 4 alphabets.
That's also possible.
Now we get more problems in Ada Chautal. It so happens in Ada Chautal, its sections are together, but if you look at its movement, Dhin Trakadhina, Tuna, Katta, Trakadhina, Dhidhina. So, Dhina, Dhidhina, consider Dhina, Dhidhina. How should we consider this? It's alright, the sections are together, but the movement is Dhin Trakadhina, Tuna, Katta, Trakadhina, Dhidhina. Can you say something about that? Can the thought be different?
The thought, I mean, as I said earlier, they all come together. If you think and go to do it, then it doesn't necessarily come right.
Then it will become mechanical.
Yeah, so when Bandish comes out in itself, it turns out good.
That is true. See, at that time, we don't think like this, that Dhina, Dhidhina, this is one thing. Now, let's move towards Mukhda. When the Mukhda is made according to Raag, then I mean, as a child, when I used to learn music, my father used to tell that the Mukhda for Tintal consists of 8 matras. That was the beginning stage, so I thought that was correct. But now when I see, I realize there is also Mukhda of 5 matras, of 4 matras, and you have composed them in different ways. From 1 to 10, you have made Mukhda starting from different matras. We would first like to know your thoughts about Mukhda, and then...
Mukhda means it is the face of Raag. It should be beautiful. Firstly, the Raag should be visible, it should be beautiful, and it also should have its effect. That's why some of Mukhda should be very effective. So we contemplate about all this and then we go further. We don't think like Mukhda should start from this unit or that unit. All of that comes automatically. I mean...
Okay, like the Mukhda of a Bandish you composed here in Tintal starting from the 5th matra. There is one Mukhda starting from 7th, from 9th matra, from 12th. You even made a Mukhda starting from 13th matra. Have even done with 14th matra?
You will hear that now.
Alright, let's listen to it. I mean, it is very short, like only of 3 matras, 14, 15, 16. So, Mukhda of 3 matras is also possible. Alright, let's listen to it.
जागे मैं
Here, Prabhaji, I get another question in my mind. You have started sthai with the 14th matra, but you didn't start the antara with the 14th matra. I mean, it's from khali, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah, from
it's
khali.
from khali. I mean, to adjust with its length, you probably might have to go back and forth
Yeah.
the length of a line.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first line of antara, did you have to stretch, work more there, and then you probably had to shorten or do less work in
yeah.
the end
yeah,
of the
that
line?
happens.
It does, right?
Did you feel that way?
No, I mean, I thought in the normal course, even antara will begin from
No.
the 14th matra. Was there any thinking behind this?
No, there was no thinking. I mean, the Bandish came out like this.
Okay.
Now, if this doesn't rise from the 14th matra or if it starts from some other unit, then you can see how it sounds.
आली जागी मैं सजनी आली जागी मैं सजनी बाट तकत मोरे सांवरिया की आली जागी मैं सजनी आली जा
If you could please explain to our audience what you did.
I mean, what did you do in the demonstration?
What did you do?
Mukda starts from 14th beat and here I have started with 6th beat.
Okay.
So the sum came on Sajni.
On
Some
Sajni.
came on Sir. First it was on Aliri Ja.
On Ja.
Now it came on Sir. Sing both of them together.
From 14th beat.
तिन तिन ता आली जागी मैं सजनी धा धिन धिन धा आली जागी मैं सजनी आली जागी मैं सजनी
Meaning when Jagna, to be awake, is important, you begin from here. And when Sajni, beloved, is of importance, then you can start with the
Yeah.
other matra. Meaning we work according to
Absolutely.
the relevance of the Bandish. Alright, let's listen to another Bandish of Ektal similar to this, which begins from the 10th matra. I think you have broken the rule over here.
Why?
Like 11 and 12 have the same structure. I mean the last section of Ektal. The 6th section comes on 11-12th matra. I think you are starting this Bandish from the 10th matra so that the division of
In between
section,
the
you
section.
have kept that
Yeah,
aside. What is the thought behind this? Should the artist be skilled in Tal? What do you think about that?
One should definitely be competent in Tal. We get different joy of rendering the Bandish from different matras. The joy and beauty of the Bandish becomes visible.
Okay.
Not all Bandishes sound nice with the same rule.
Yes.
That's also there.
Correct. So the purpose behind doing this is to increase its beauty when you start the Bandish with a particular matra. But artists like me, I mean, who do not keep much proficiency with Tal, we think that a Bandish should be very simple so that we don't
In
make
fact,
any mistakes.
many
I mean,
of my Bandishes are also very simple. Like for new students, I have made it very simple. But this also sounds nice at times.
yes.
Yeah, this also sounds very pleasant to ears.
The more one
Sing
is
it.
connected with Tal,
Whole
the
Bandish.
more one can explore. So let's listen Tal Ek Tal.
सबन के नंद लाला सबन के नंद लाला सबन के नंद लाला विनती सुनो गोपाला विनती सुनो गोपाला सबन के नंद लाला सबन के नंद लाला विनती सुनो गोपाला
You are a science student. You even think from the perspective of math, like when we think to make tan of two matras, we need to reduce one avagra or instance here at the end, because 2 becomes 8, and then you have to make it into one unit or phrase. While you are singing, do you think about tan? I mean, this is my question as a singer. Like when we do 2 mean most of the time tan goes with a uniform tempo. So do I skip one matra
Not
for tan or
necessarily.
not?
You can take it up, start from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, to reach some is your responsibility.
Yes, this entire thing is made with 8 matras or something. It's made with 10, it's made with 12. Now when we talk about 9 matras, then you need to do the calculation with 4 and 5. Adding to
The
5,
math
5
of
and
entire
4 is
tal
9.
happens at that time. You don't think about it. It just happens on its own
Today
naturally.
I am in the role of a student. That's why I would like to know. I mean, what do you think about it? Like for example, you need to make a tan of an entire avartan. So what do you think? I mean, I'm talking about the thought process.
You don't think like that. You have to do it in 1 avartan or 1.5 avartan. I mean, you can also do so by thinking about it, but while singing, you don't think that you have to do tan of 1 avartan or 2 avartans. During singing, whatever goes on happening, you need to bring it back to some. It happens naturally. It's all about practice.
Yes, I mean, this is what I would like to say for any new student to do this kind of work, to handle such a situation. This type of bandish, this comes only through practice.
So we first compose it and then teach the students. That's possible. Like you compose it completely in the beginning with different matras. He will become habitual and then he can start doing it on his own. That's also possible.
We should train them like this while teaching. As in this kind of a bandish where there is no equal sections, how to compose tan or how to carry it out. We should also teach children adopting such teaching methodology.
Absolutely.
I feel so. Alright, let's move on. There is a bandish starting from 5th matra. Let's listen to that. Raag Shivaranjani. There are very few bandishes available in Raag
This
Shivaranjani.
Raag, you don't even get to hear this
Till
Raag.
date, I have not listened to a single bandish in Shivaranjani. I have heard Ghaat. There are many Ghats.
Next time I'll sing this Raag.
मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, स्वामी जगत के मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, स्वामी जगत के मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए। नैनन दीप जला के, नैनन दीप जला के, प्रेम के फूल सजा के, प्रेम के फूल सजा के, नाचत मनवा गाए, मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए, मोरे मंदिर आए।
It's a very, very beautiful bandish. A melodious bandish. By the way, I observed something. You love Drut Ektal.
I love it a lot.
What is the reason?
Uh,
You have
reason-
made 97 bandishes. I mean,
Yeah.
1/5 of your total Bandish is a big number, isn't it?
Compositions. What can I say? It happens if you like something.
Yes, that is also true. You must have liked it a lot. You have composed 67 bandishes in Vilambit Ektal, 5 bandishes in Vilambit Jhumra, 30 bandishes in Madhyalay Jhaptal, 42 bandishes in Madhyalay Rupak. You have also composed 1 bandish in Sultal, in Jattal, in Dhamar. I mean, you have worked in so many tals.
Until you don't do it yourself, you don't come to know the experience, or the pleasure, the joy, or the difficulty. You need to try all it yourself. My mind is engrossed in ek tal, but I have also composed in other tals to get a feel, to experience.
It's difficult to maintain one tal, and how will we maintain so many different tals? That's very important. Let's listen to one more in Tal Jhaptal.
From seventh. Seventh matra.
From 7th matra.
This rag is a bit new, Amrutvarshini. It's not very popular in Hindustani.
Amrutvarshini. It's basically borrowed from Carnatic music, right?
This rag, Amrutvarshini, is so close to Rag Maru Bihag, you can't escape the dha and ga.
Yes.
You have to be very alert.
Yes. This one, and also Rag Champakali, which we heard a while ago. In that also, Maru Bihag.
Yes, it's there as well, but in Amrutvarshini it is more difficult. The possibility of touching rain is very likely. They touched the and a little.
No, it's no, that you must have listened to Carnatic music somewhere. Did you think about this from the perspective of North India? This is inspired from Carnatic.
Yeah, Carnatic. It is taken from Carnatic, when we use Carnatic scale, we need to present it according to our style.
Yes. So, which samay or time would you like to assign this?
Actually,
We will discuss about that sometime. But right now the time has come, so we are talking about time.
yeah, time would be of night or evening.
There is Tivra Madhyam
Yeah.
and Shuddha Swar.
Yeah.
This is worth contemplating. Let's first listen to the Bandish of Ada Chautal, and then we will discuss
Yeah.
about Carnatic music. You have studied Carnatic music a lot, and you were also in All India Radio in the broadcasting section of Carnatic music for many years. How did you study and how do you pursue this? We would like to know a little about that.
Firstly, I like all types of music, whether it's Western or Arabian. While at working in radio in Carnatic music department, I kept on listening. I was fascinated, especially by their gamak. They sing gamak so beautifully. No matter how hard we try, we are not able to do it. However, I have made an attempt. I also like their sargam a lot. My study of sargam started with Carnatic music. No doubt I started including sargam by listening to Amir Khan Sahab, but study in the real sense, like the way they do their combinations, the way they sing sargam and gamak. I liked these two a lot. And then when you like something, you try to adapt it.
No,
So-
I mean, you must have also understood the speciality of Sargam singing as in Carnatic music. How is it? I mean, we also sing Sargam, but the Sargam in Carnatic music, is that a little different?
Different, it is definitely different.
Sthai, is it done from Sthai Ang? Garere, Magare, Pamagare, something like that?
No, they have many combinations. They finish it at a specific swar and then come to some.
Okay.
First, finish that at the same note and then come back to some. Like that, we don't do that. We finish on any note and come back to some. They always finish it on a particular swar and then come to some. That is a bit difficult. I haven't done that.
Okay, and I have heard that Ustad Aman Ali Khan Sahib, he was the first to practice Sargam as in Carnatic music. and he used it a lot, as in Bhendi Bazar Gharana. I have heard so.
Now, there are many styles of sargam singing. The way you sing a sargam with a peculiar pronunciation when sung with emotion, with mean, if you take that in harkat, I mean, all these things matter. It's a matter of listening. If I explain it to you, you will not understand. But for that, rather than just a talk on a sargam, we need to conduct some special program. So when all of these things are added, then you create your own style, and then the question of combination also comes. In many of my compositions, we have seen that what are the possible combinations of sargam.
But when you compose a Bandish in Karnataka Raag, then do you try to bring in Sargam as they do it in Karnataka style, or it's different?
I haven't done it exactly the same way, but you will definitely see a glimpse of it. This is from there.
Okay.
You will definitely come to know.
So let's listen to it first that it becomes clear.
We will listen to a Bandish in Chaptal, and after that a Tarana.
It felt as if I was listening to a concert of Carnatic music. Very beautiful.
Only that part
Carnatic music.
of Carnatic style, sing that much only without tabla.
O dani dani dim dim ta dim tanana dim ta dim ta dim.
Sing it slowly.
Tanana dim ta dim ta dim. Dir dir tanana dim ta dim.
Very beautiful. I mean, that's what I was saying. It felt as if we were listening to a concert of Carnatic music here. Like, this is your speciality, that you have absorbed Carnatic Raag music with all its qualities and then brought it to North Indian music. And also Kirwani Raag is the speciality of Kirana Gharana, Ustad Abdul Karim
But
Khan
there
Sahib.
are no bandishes in
It
this
doesn't has
rag.
Bandish, but that
Bandish
is
is-
normal in Natya Sangeet,
Yeah,
and Abdul
yeah.
Karim Khan Sahib used to sing that a lot
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So that was Raag Kirwani. Similarly, there is a famous Raag. You must have thought about that also. Like one which we listen to normal is
Hamsadwani.
Hamsadwani. It sounds as if it is from North Indian music.
Yeah.
Let's listen to it first.
सुमिरन करले मन 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 गौरी सुत गणेश सुमिरन करले मन सुमिरन करले सुर मुनि जन नित पूजित सुमिरन करले मन सुमिरन करले मन सुमिरन करले.
A thought came to my mind, like you took Raag from Karnataka. So we should also try and see that if Karnataka Raag with Karnataka Tal can be presented in North Indian music. With Adi Tal, like this was Rupak Tal.
Adi Tal is similar to Teen Tal.
Yes, it's similar.
Yeah.
But I think they don't have Theka, right?
Yes, they don't have
have Theka. They
Showing
have
Tal
Tal.
with hand, you first have to make a habit of it.
That is true. If you can tell your students to do a Jugalbandi, like if you compose a Bandish in Adi Tal and that be presented in both styles of music, so that our old form of music.
No, combination of South Indian and North Indian is happening.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Balamurali Krishna, Bhimsen Joshi have sung together, right?
But I am talking about your Bandish.
My Bandish.
Yes, they have definitely sung Bandish of their own style.
Yeah.
But if your students can sing your Bandish in both styles, then
We will do
yes,
it.
Yes.
Next time we will do that in a program.
Yes. So when you contemplate about a Raag, then do you apply Raag rules of Hindustani music? Like we have Vadi, Samvadi, we have Aroh, Avroh, like in Kirwani. I was going to ask you this before, like you used Madhyam. So, actually, while singing North Indian music, the usage of Madhyam is done less. It's used less. Sagapa, that's how they do it, right? So, I have seen that a bit with you also. That is also there in Karnataka. I mean,
No, I mean the rag structure, when you study, contemplate, practice, then you are able to visualize it. So you can see how the structure is supposed to be. I mean, I felt this was right.
yes,
Yeah.
it is true that every artist perceives Raag through his own viewpoint. Then they do like it. So that's what I would like to know.
Because firstly, this is not our rag of Hindustani music.
Yes,
and
yes.
Instrumentalists sometimes play a bit, but this rag is heard very less in vocal music.
So, what about Hemavati? Can you say a bit about that?
Hemavati means like there is Madhuvanti.
Yes.
You have Komal Nishad. Madhuvanti has Tivra Nishad. This has Komal Nishad. And Sare Gama Padani, it has entire Aro, Sare Gama Padani Sa.
Oh, okay.
In Madhuvanti we have Sagam Apanisa. We don't have Re and The. But this has Sare Gama Padani Sa.
Okay.
That is how it is. And Komal Nishad.
Alright, so let's listen to that.
Another thing which I would like to say, the usage of gamak in Carnatic music, for that you need to work hard, only then you get the flavor. Otherwise, these students are not as prepared yet.
Okay.
In order to bring that, you need to listen to it. Like how do they sing it? Then you get a few glimpses.
They will learn slowly, it's not like that.
मैं
The very first line of this Bandish, just sing that, only first line. Chaitanya, sing a little.
मैं तोरे शरण मैं तोरे शरण.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, so this was Raag Hemavati. Now, no, after that, or should we move on to Saraswati?
Saraswati. No, okay. Yeah. Sumira, Sumira.
सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम करत पार भव सागर करत पार भव सागर सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम कर तू ध्यान राम चरण कर तू ध्यान राम चरण कर तू ध्यान राम चरण दूर होत सब दुखन दूर होत सब दुखन सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम सुमिर सुमिर राम नाम.
We keep an estimate of pakad, that is key phrase, in North Indian music. So, what estimate should we keep in these rags? I mean, Raag Bhoop has pakad, Yaman has, Durga has. Is pakad necessary in these rags or not? What's your thought?
Talking about pakad, I don't really follow them even in the rags of Hindustani music, because different books mention about following different rag sangati, what to follow then. That is
That's
also
true.
there. The entire rag should be in front of you, only then you naturally get the pakad.
Yes, yes.
That's how I feel. Rag should be well.
Understanding it.
Yeah.
Proper
You
understanding.
need to understand each and everything about it. Sorry. So, about pakad, I mean, there is no scope that pakad should be there. As long as you don't know Prabha Atre completely, then what will you do by this, by knowing my nose? I mean, there is no point. That is what it means. Whatever rag it is, you need to know all parts of it, all about it. Then you don't need pakad.
No, I mean, I had this doubt because like we separate rag in two parts. We divide them. We call certain rags to be scale rag. Scale rags are rags where you can go anywhere from anywhere. I mean, Sarega, Saregamapa, any way you like, and there are personality
Wherein same
rags
phrases
like.
should be repeated
Yes,
constantly.
those phrases should be repeated. So these are not phrase-oriented rags. But some
Yeah, it is
places
there.
it is written even in Carnatic music. A lot of these rags don't have
True.
phrases repeating. You can sing them in any way. So these are the differences we see in both of them. I would like to know what is true.
Many rags have them. In many rags, you can use the entire scale. It is not necessary to sing the same note in the rag repeatedly. I mean, like we have to come on ga in Bihag. That's not how
Not
it
like
happens.
that.
Not like that.
Yeah. So how it's done in Rag Saraswati? Let's listen to it first and then discuss about it.
माता सरस्वती ज्ञानी विद्यादानी सकल ज्ञानी विद्यादानी वाग्देवी मधुभाषिणी वाग्देवी मधुभाषिणी माता सरस्वती देवी माता सरस्वती कमलनयनी स्मितवदनी कमलनयनी स्मितवदनी श्वेतवसनी मनहारी श्वेतवसनी मनहारी माता सरस्वती देवी माता सरस्वती देवी.
Does this also have movement like in Durga, Sadasa at the bottom? Or it should be
No,
Nidasa?
the movement for Saraswati as in Carnatic music is Sare Ma Pa Dha Sa and not Dhani Sa, not the complete
Okay,
arrow.
so that's why.
Yeah, that's why it is Sani Dha Sa,
Yeah.
Dha Sare Ma. That's how it's done.
Alright, that's how.
Those who sing or play Saraswati in Hindustani music, they sing it fully Sare Ga Ma. Sare Ma Pa Dha Ni Sa, they sing like this.
Okay, one has to sing Dhasa, right? Sarema Dhasa. Oh, okay. Meaning Ni is optional, like
Yeah.
you sing it if you
Yeah.
like it. Okay, because Vikalamana Aaj, which is a famous composition
Yeah.
in Hindustani music, I think it's in
Yeah.
Saraswati Raag. So they sing Nishad in Aroh.
I had heard Ram Narayan ji, he also plays like Ni Dhani Sa.
Dhanisa. Yes, yes. I asked because the day before yesterday, you made a statement not to bind a rag too much with the scriptures. So here was a beautiful presentation that as long as you like it,
If you wish to sing Dhanisa and want to keep the Aro Sare Ma Pa Dhanisa, then maintain it till the end. It's not like you sing Dhasa and at times you sing Dhanisa. At least follow rules to this extent. I didn't say to do whatever you want to. No. But you should maintain the rules, the framework you lay down till the end.
yes, that's true. Now let's try this in the opposite direction, like you brought Carnatic music to the fold of North Indian music. Likewise, can we do this with North Indian music rags as well? Let's see an example. You have done a lot of experiments and it is very difficult to show them all in such a short time. However, let us try to put forth as much possible and try to understand. Raag Alhiya Bilawal, we will listen to that. Raag Alhiya Bilawal is a rag from North Indian music and you have composed that in Carnatic style.
We brought a little flavor of Carnatic music in that Bandish. Please listen.
नंदलाल हे गोपाल नंदलाल हे गोपाल नंदलाल हे गोपाल नंदलाल
Both artists presented Raag Alhaya Bilawal well. I was actually thinking, why can't we call it Shankara Bharanam? I mean, you composed this Bandish thinking of Shankara Bharanam or thinking of Alhaya Bilawal? And if you did, then why? And if you didn't, then why
I made
not?
this thinking of Alhaya Bilawal only. But as I said, I have tried to bring in the flavor. I like this and that's why I do. I didn't do it just because I wanted to bring the flavor, but if you attentively listen to my singing, then these things do come across.
Yes. I mean, there is a bit of Komal Nishad in Shankara Bharanam, just like Alhaya Bilawal.
Even this is done in Hindustani music,
Though
right?
it is not in Shankara Bharanam.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
try to do this here.
I named it Alhaya Bilawal, right? That's the reason.
Yes. I think this name Bilawal is not originally from North India or North Indian music. Bilawal is a name adapted from Persian music. We call Shuddh Saptak as Bilawal and then Alhaya Bilawal. But earlier it was Shuddh Bilawal. I think they also call it Shankara Bharanam, something like that.
The names of rags are very
We will
confusing.
definitely discuss
very
that because we
confusing.
want to know from you what the names of these rags are. But let's listen to another Bandish first, then we will discuss.
I told you, right? Whichever music I liked, you will definitely see their influence in my music and in my compositions. And as I said, this was Carnatic music, so I also learnt a lot from film music. Their pronunciation of words, their expression, projection of emotions, their movements, whichever I liked, and the usage of words. I tried to bring these at times. So this
You have always been in love with film music.
I love it a lot.
I mean, sometimes I even felt like had you made an entry, others would not got a chance. God
I don't
didn't
know about
steal
that.
anyone's opportunity. This is also true, but the emotional content in your presentation and the lagavat approach with the swars, this is actually very much suitable for film music. I mean, it is also true for classical music, but the emotion in film music is great.
But that is there. A lot of people say that classical music should be dry, only then it
It's
is
not
classical
like that.
music. If you add a little emotion, then it is not considered classical music.
Ma'am, that would be called Shastra Sangit, not Shastriya Sangit. That is art music or classical singing. Ya means with. Shastriya means
But
Shastra
they don't
with
do that
emotion.
either. If they did that, I would have agreed. That's also not done.
This may be so because we need to learn to love nature and people around us. That's when these emotions are created. But if someone hasn't experienced love in their life, how will they sing art music? They will just sing it dry, mechanically. That's what happens. But this music inspired from film music, the Raag, let's listen to that.
छिप जा रे चंदा, छिप जा रे चंदा, छिप जा रे चंदा, अब काहे जलाए पिया नहीं आए नहीं संदेशवा, छिप जा रे चंदा, छिप जा रे चंदा, छिप जा रे चंदा, अब काहे जलाए पिया नहीं आए नहीं संदेशवा, छिप जा रे चंदा। गिन गिन तारे, गिन गिन तारे, रतियाँ कटत मोरी पिया बिन हन पल लागी उन्हीं के दरसवा, छिप जा रे चंदा। गिन गिन तारे,
You said it was based on film music. So, was a filmy tune in your mind when you composed this?
No, it's Raag Yaman. I sing Yaman very much. Like Jare Badraja. It was a song from a film. I kept singing that in performances for a long time in Raag Yaman. Yeah, if as a composition it's good, then why should we not sing it? You can't ignore it just because it's film music.
Raag Yaman is so much famous in films. Every music composer has definitely composed a Bandish in Yemen, and they have also received an award for that. I think you must have known all the awards they won. They won it for Yemen Rag. So even the music composer knows that they will not receive an award until the film song is not made in the Yemen Rag. So you also composed like that? I wish we could hear this in your voice. It would be very beautiful. I mean, Ashwini has sung it beautifully, but when Prabhaji sings, we see a totally different form in front of us.
Let me make you listen to a Bandish in Raag Jaunpuri.
Yes, please.
This is not film music. I have tried to show when the Bandish can be lucid, words can be good, then its effect will be even more pronounced.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. It felt as if I was listening to a melodious song of the 1950s. I don't see music anymore in the films nowadays. I mean the melody of Indian music. I don't know where it's hidden. We might have to reintroduce it.
It is on a new journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's more of loud instrumental music with just a few words left in the air and the song is made. Now see how melodious this is.
No, but we get some very good compositions there also. They definitely have a few good ones occasionally, but film music has taken a new wave in recent times with Western and international influence. And not just that, but also the Western music singers, their what do you call it, Harkat and Murki, we are also imitating the way they sing, the singing style.
No, but in the 50s, like even in those days, There were many experiments done in film music, and music from different provinces and countries were used. So, those days it was like even Persian music was used, like Kabuliwala, you must be knowing. It was a famous film in those days. It was a very beautiful movie, Kabuliwala, and there were many other films like that where Persian music was
It
used.
is lot more nowadays.
It's even more nowadays.
There are many compositions coming up nowadays.
So that must have also influenced your mind a bit. Have you also worked with Persian?
No, I listen to Persian artists like Feroz and
Feroz
the other
and,
one, Kulthum.
Huh?
I listen to both of them a lot. I really like them a lot. I mean, she's a very good singer. Now she's no more. She sang very beautifully.
Okay.
I mean, she was a very good artist.
So have you made something with Persian
I
music
haven't
also?
studied or practiced it, but there is some
So
influence.
any song like have you
Let's
made
listen
any
to a composition.
Yes, let's listen
It
to
is
that
our
also.
Indian classical music only, not Persian music.
Tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare 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 tadare dare 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 tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare 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 dani tadi di di tadani tadi di di tadani tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare 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 dani tadi di di tadani tadi di di tadani tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare dare tadare din din tadani din din tadare din din tadani din din tadim 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 tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare dare tadare din din tadani din din tadare din din tadani din din tadim 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 tadare dare 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 dani tadare dare 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 dani.
Very beautiful. Extremely beautiful. In Persian music, a very good thing about it is embellishment. So many harkat murkis, small
They
movements,
come,
subtle
but
movements.
they come in a different way.
Yes, true.
They come in a very different way. Until you don't get the flavor, you don't get it right.
Yes. I mean, even we use murki, but that is
Yeah.
done differently. So it is different in Persian music. It is said that Persian music is taken from nature, like the sounds of parrots or other birds, imitating those small, subtle sounds with small, subtle movements. So it's connected with nature.
Even our music is created like that.
We call it Shadjo Vadati Mayuraha, but I was never able to listen. Peacock's voice happens to be Shadja. That happens, but that is true. So yeah, I mean, she just sang Bhairavi. So let's talk a little about prose. Rather than listening to another rag, your thoughts, your views about some rags is different. We would like to know about that, like the way you think about rag Shyam Kalyan.
I would first like to say that there should be agreement in the treatises it shouldn't be like the rules in each gharana is different. The aroha and avroha should be the same. If there is vadi samvadi, then that's what it should be. If it's pakad, then that's what it should be. If it's this part like Kannada anga, Kaus anga, then fix them. To say it is so in our gharana, our Guruji taught like this, how much do we do this? Maintain the scriptures as rules in front. Then it's good for everyone's education, for music education. It will also be better for teachers to teach and for students to learn. Those who criticize like how can you do this, how can you do that, this also happens. So until there is no agreement in scriptures, that is why I feel that our scriptures should go along with the presentation. Music kept on changing, but we refer to the Sangeet Ratnakar like the Raag's 10, what is it called? It is 10 characteristics. Start Raag with this note, sing this Lakshan. Do we do that nowadays? And at this swar, we don't do that. Then why should this be taught? Those who want to study or do a PhD, keep all these are for them. Prepare a new treatise, whatever is being practiced nowadays, and teach that. With that, we will get a lot of students, people understand better. Because with classical music, because of more stress on grammar, people are drifting further away. We need to make that easier. We should make it simple. That is when people will come, they will listen and learn.
Yes.
That is how it is, right? Okay, you were asking something?
Yes, I was going to ask. The reason for that, our tradition is being passed on orally. Since historical times, there was oral tradition, and wherever we have oral tradition, a bit of distortion is definitely there, and everyone adds their own interpretation to it, like the song you sang. So Ashwini sang it in one way and Chetna sings it in another way. This is very natural. Like for Raag Yaman, your thoughts and Chetna's thoughts might be different. This can also be a reason.
That should happen. It shouldn't be like it is a photocopy. We should not make a trend of this. That's not how it is. An artist has that freedom, but if there is Aroh Avroh, then don't make Aroh Swar to be Avroh. Sing it the way it is. Even that is not happening.
Yes.
At least do that much. Even then our Raag will be safe.
Even I find this very important. We can see different movements in many rags, and then one says, I sing Shyam Kalyan this way, I sing this differently. Someone says it has Kamud, another says it has Sarang. They say things like that.
No, but scholars and artists should come together, think, discuss and standardize things. How far can you pull on with statements like this is how we sing in our gharana? We should stop that.
Yes, the thought of gharana should be there.
Maintain your style, definitely. Sing in your own style, but standardize the form of Raag.
Meaning the style of Raag or the thought of Raag of every gharana should be made as one and they should be uniform. That's what you think.
Take half the Raags according to us and the other half according to you. That's fine, but do something about it.
Yes, so the names of Raags, sometimes I get surprised. What is this? You must have heard a name. We sometimes mistakenly sing it. It is called a Lanka Dahan Sarang. It is called a Lanka Dahan Sarang. It must be Hanumanji who sang it. Who else can sing it? He was the one to burn Lanka. So is whatever Hanumanji sang, it was called Lanka Dahan Sarang. There is one form of Todi. The form of Todi is called Lachari Todi. Third is Badahans Sarang. I mean, now tell me, according these names, I cannot understand anything, but these were the names given to some rags.
Knowing the name, listening to the name, one should be able to visualize what the Raag might be.
Can you explain it with an example, what you are trying to say?
Like we have Raag Basant Mukhari.
Yes.
Now, where is the Basant in this?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have Basant,
Yeah.
right? Then why should we call it Basant? Maybe it was there once upon a time, but is it so now? Leave it then, right? However, you can see Bhairav in it, then call it Mukhari Bhairav.
Yes.
I started calling it this way. Whatever people may say, but it's Mukhari Bhairav. It doesn't have Basant, so I won't call it Basant.
Yes, yes. We have a singer in Pune who announced on the radio that today I'll sing Bhoop Kalyan, but I haven't heard any rag like that. He said, how have you not heard about it? We call Shuddh Kalyan as Bhoop Kalyan. So,
Now there is Raag Bhoop, there is also Raag Kalyan, then Bhoop Kalyan should be visible, right?
yes.
It is the same even for Shuddha Kalyan. Now Kalyan Rag is free in itself. Why do you want to make it Shuddha Kalyan?
Yes.
How did the word Shuddha come from where?
Yes.
There is Raag Kalyan, that in itself is Shuddha, pure and free. But we added Shuddha in front of it. What is this? We should stop such things.
One musicologist has said, which I would like to share with people, why do they call it Shuddh Kalyan? Some elderly person told me that the older rags, the first ones to be created, Shuddh is added as a prefix to that, like the first form of Kalyan was Shuddh Kalyan, and then Kalyan took a different form. I asked, on what basis do you say that? He jokingly said that we had ghee before, butter. When there was nothing else, we called it ghee. Now since dalda came, we started calling this Shuddh ghee, means pure butter. Call this one ghee and the other is Shuddh ghee. Similarly, many forms of Malhar were created. That's why the first ever form is called Shuddh Malhar.
Then what is Miya Malar?
Miya Malhar was made by Tansen, the way Andolan is done in Komal Gandhar and Sangati of Nipa that was added later on. That's why he called it Miya Malhar. It was first Todi. After adding Tivra Madhyam, it became Miyaki Todi. Similarly with Miyaki Sarang, that's how he carved
It's
the
okay, you
names.
gave it a name, but you let the presentation follow the rag name.
Yes, yes.
Now, there is no Basant in Basant Mukhari, then why should we call it
Yes,
so?
yes.
Bairagi Bhairav.
Yes.
It doesn't have Bhairav in it. It doesn't have Bhairav in it at all. Bairagi. Why can't we just call it Bairagi?
We should do that. That is true.
So these small changes we desire from the perspective of presentation that should happen. Everyone should come together and endorse it.
Yes, yes.
Treatises will become accessible, it will become easy.
So, what do we call Raag Ramkali?
I call it Ramkali Bhairav. It has Bhairav in it totally. You took the phrase Mapadhani in it.
Yes.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
So the name Ramkali remains and the Bhairav in it is also gets mentioned.
We can also call it Ram Bhairav or Kali Bhairav. Kali, the way a flower blooms
This is
through
also
Mapadhani.
possible.
So,
Okay, so Ramkali has been there for a while. That's why we kept that. But
Yes.
since it has Bhairav, that becomes more clear.
what are your thoughts about Kaunsi Kannada?
It should have Kannada and it should also have Kaus. But first decide when we say Kannada Ang, which Anga part it is. Kausang means which part. Decide this first.
Yes.
Then Kaushi Kannada. Even that has many variations.
Mhm. And there is a name which confuses everyone, which is Madhu Kaus. So, it is Madhu in Kaus, means Madhu in bracket.
There is no Kaus in Madhu Kaus. Where do you see Kaus?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
We don't even know
that is
how
why
they named it.
I have started calling it just Rag Madhu. Only Madhu.
Okay.
I say that I am singing Madhu, which has been named for Madhu Kaus.
Yes, and what you think about Salagvarali?
How do they come up with the name Salagvarali? I don't know how they come up with all these names. I don't know what Salagvarali means.
Yes.
What is it?
Varali,
No,
it's just a
Salagvarali.
tune. Salagvarali, I mean it's a rag, but
No, it is a rag, but why is this rag called so? That's the
yeah,
point.
I mean someone should research this. We should give this task to someone in the university to explore how were the names given to rags. Like I know about one, so I'll say it. I was reading something about Persian, so in that, as I was talking about Lachari Todi, Lachari was a form of a song, and because its notes were similar to Todi, I mean, we know what Lachar means. Lachar means helpless. So that form of song, those songs were called Lachari. Then we adopted it in our music. The word Todi was added to it and was called Lachari Todi. So some rags have been created that way. Similarly, it is said about Kalyan. Kalyan means auspicious, wedding time. The rag sung during a wedding was called Kalyan. Then later on, we started calling it Yaman. That's how it happened.
We should call it Kalyan instead of Yaman, because we sing the types of Kalyan, not types of Yaman.
Yes, like Kalyan.
So Yaman is Kalyan and it is sung in that format. It should be Kalyan only. The word Yaman should be removed. Yaman Kalyan is a completely different rag with Madhyam, Shuddha Madhyam. That's fine. We should call it Kalyan only instead of Yaman. I think so.
Yaman Rag, I mean Amir Khusro Sahib had created, that is what is believed. This rag came much later to Indian music. Before that, it was Kalyani Rag only, and Kalyan, what we call Mej
But still,
Kalyani.
what is the difference between that Kalyan and this Kalyan?
No, it is the same, but two people like Amir Khusro thought of a tune that Kalyan and this Kalyan became alike. That's why we started calling it Yaman Kalyan. When both forms of Yaman became one, then it is believed that it was called Yaman Kalyan. So Amir Khusro ji only had created Yaman. That's what it's believed. It was called Iman at that time. It became Yaman from Iman. That's how. So we do find some reasons for the names for rag, but whether it's correct
The
or not.
presentation of rag in today's time, the name should go along with the presentation. That is what I am trying to say. That is all. We don't need to forcefully change them, but the presentation should be according to the name.
So I would like to tell a joke about this. Maybe people would like to know. I had a student and he started to say, "Have you made any new rag?" I said, "I'm not that talented to make a new rag." He said, "Sir, I made one." I said, "Wow, that is great." I asked him, "What is its name?" He said, "Hathodi." Oh my god, I said, "Hathodi? That means hammer? That is something new." He said, "It is simple. We can understand with the name itself." He replied, adding hamir with todi, and we get Hathodi. Then I said, "This way even I can make a rag." He asked, "How will you do that?" I said, "Yamraj." He asked, "How?" I said, "Yaman and Raj Kalyan. Combine them and it becomes Yamraj." That is god of death. I mean, that's not how rags are created. There will be great contemplation behind a rag creation and about the names for rags. Great people like you and others, all of you come together and do something like that. With all great people, such work can be done. Then the coming generation will know what the rag is and the connection with its name.
It will become easier to learn, right? That's why. There is no other reason to change name. It makes easier to learn and understand.
Yes, I think the audience over here,
The questions.
they also must have some questions in their mind. We would like to give them 10 minutes. If they want to ask any question about today's session, then they can definitely do so.
Namaste, I'm Rudula Mughe. I want to ask about Sham Kalyan, means you call it Kamod Kalyan. So, in case of Jod Rag, the combination of two rags, is the first rag more prominent or the other rag is more prominent, or is it named thus? Means
If
is
you
there
bring
more
two
of
rags
Kamod?
or even three rags together, but it should become one homogeneous rag, the combination should become one. It is not
But
like
which one is to be more? Is there nothing like it should have parts of both in it?
yeah, parts of both the rag, and they should merge and become one rag. It should be properly visible. The result should be good. It should be beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. In the book Navarag Nirmiti that Bhatkhandeji wrote about rag creation, it has been mentioned that Jod Rag should contain more proportion of the second name in it. Like Shyam Kalyan, it should have more of Kalyan. If it's Basant Bahar, then it should have more Bahar. But that is his thought. You got it right. There is no rule like that, like it should be 50-50 or 60-40. There is nothing like that. It is so that through one's own contemplation, as one has been taught by their gurus, they keep presenting. Now Lalita Gauri, how much Lalit should you take? That's your call. Some use a lot of it and some use very less. Also it varies in different gharanas. What madam was trying to say is that it should have a certain standardization. Once earlier in Goa, Baban Rao Hardankarji had worked about standardization of rags, but he wasn't successful in it. Because everyone said that we sing like this in our gharana and we don't want to quit that. But when we start to teach at a university level, then it is desirable that there should be a standard approved treatise. Now if you see Bhatkhandeji's book, for a rag he mentions 2 or 3 formats, like some use Madhyam, some use Dhaivat. This can be confusing at times. It can be confusing. And we want this not to happen, and that will be better if things are standardized. Yes.
Okay, my name is Bhanu Joshi. About the rags, about the names of rags, I have a question in my mind, like Rag Chandra Kaus, I mean Jog Kaus. Now if we look at Jog Kaus, then the Jog Kaus normally presented as Chandra Kaus as propagated by Jagannath Bua Purohit, but in the record of Jog Kaus by Vilayat Khan Sahib, in that he has presented entire Jog Kaus with Mal Kaus in Mal Kaus Ang. So the Jog Kaus we traditionally know, can we not call it Jog Chandra? Instead of calling it Jog Kaus, can we not call it Jog Chandra? So that it becomes more clear that it is more Chandra Kaus based than Mal Kaus based.
When everyone comes together and they approve, then we can do it. Why not?
Okay.
According to me, it is so that the Chandra Kaus in Jog Kaus, it is a Chandra Kaus of Bhairavi Ang. Means Bhairavi style. If you know about this, then it is very good. The rag created by Jagannath Purohit ji by adding Jog Rag in the Chandra Kaus of the Bhairavi Ang, that is called Chandra Kaus. And previously it was called Kaushi, I suppose. And later on it was called Rag Jog Kaus. So the Chandra Kaus you are talking about is different. Chandra Kaus was sung in 3 different ways. This one
I
is
have
with
another
the
question
Bhairavi Ang.
for Prabhaji. Like we discussed about South Indian rags, and you mentioned about Hemavati. In Hindustani music, we have the Vadi Samvadi, but the concept of Vadi Samvadi is not there in Carnatic music. So when we try to add the Carnatic rag in our Hindustani style, then if you have a look at Carnatic music, it is a bit different. So even here to add it into the Hindustani style, we also have to add our own thinking to it. Because I myself...
We use the scale. We take their scale and then we combine it with our Hindustani music. We take only the scale. I mean their sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. We take that and we present that in our style according to Hindustani style.
Thank you.
Prabha Madam, my pranam to you. I am Savita Gantha. As being a student, I have a question for you. Like, we got music from nature, and music is made through sur, la and tal. We can hear sur in nature. We can even hear la. As they say, even breath has la, movement has la. the water droplets in the rain has lay. I understood sur, I understood lay, but the tal, the bowl words of tal, its origin and to understand that becomes very difficult. Like we are only taught matra, 16 matras, 12 matras. Like as you said, you like ek tal a lot, so 12 matras, beats. I understood the matra, but the origin of its bowl, like dha, thin, dhrang at places or tirkit, how were the words for these bowls created? What should we understand here?
No, I mean, do you need this while singing?
But we are taught like dhin, sometimes at dha, like the fifth matra.
No, until the avartan isn't in front of us through different words or syllables, how will we come to know if the avartan is complete?
So how were these words created? Why dha only? Like we say dhamar, then we have to think.
Then why do we call sa as sa? Why should we call re as re? My name is Prabha Atre. That's how it becomes, right? I mean, whosoever thought of it at that time, he must have found this appropriate. And to show different matras, to identify them, we got different words or letters, right?
Yes, I mean, what I mean
After
to ask
listening
is,
to that sound, he must have found that dha is appropriate. Here, thin is appropriate. From the word thin, ti sounds okay, isn't it? Maybe like this, for the sounds, one must have found these words.
Okay, thank you.
So let's now end this session for the day. Thank you very much, all of you. The upcoming sessions will be on 28th and 29th and in this same venue 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.